All right, let's go ahead and get this shit on the road right here. You want to start with which you want to start with? You want to start with Kanye?
Start with Kanye. We love
All
Kanye.
right.
I mean, I don't love Kanye because I think he's like an opportunist and a coon. But we've been over this. But he's a genius in getting clout. You can't say he's not. In getting
Marketing
attention.
wizard.
He's a marketing wizard. I mean, man's a billionaire. Clearly, he has to be a genius in some area, I think, and willing to throw people under the bus to become a billionaire. But
So we just wanted to talk about this documentary that he released. Documentary, quote unquote. I call it a documentary because it was called a documentary.
Yeah, and
that's how I found it.
Anything that's documenting and presenting in a certain fashion is a documentary.
Yes, sir.
Even if it's Kanye, just documenting shit he does in his daily life.
Yeah, so the documentary basically just followed him doing his day-to-day business work, I guess. Like going around taking meetings, meeting with Adidas, meeting with this company over here, that company over there, whatever. And just followed him around. The thing that was so interesting to me was the fact that he released this. It almost feels like a culmination of his antics to release this. And in the fashion that he released it, I don't know if you saw it, there was a certain type of filter that he put on it, a certain type of frame on the lens that looked like for the people that are listening to it can't see it, but it looked like there was like you were peeping through a peephole the entire time while you were watching it. It was like 30 minute long documentary. And it just felt like he was trying to show you that you are not supposed to see this. And there was like certain moments in it, I'm sure a lot of people saw what was happening, you included, Elliot, where there were people that were posting like certain clips from it. Specifically, the clip that went most viral was the clip of him meeting with the people from Adidas and showing them like a porn video and being this man has so much contempt for the people at Adidas. Kanye was showing them like footage of a porn video and being like, doesn't he look like him? Doesn't he sound like him?
Oh my god!
The dude, like one of the people from Adidas. It was disturbing.
He doesn't care. It kind of thing with Kanye. It kind of reminds me. We've had previous conversations on podcasts, all podcasts, about how sports. Like a lot of people in sports in the sports arena, they act like children. Once they, I guess, get their money and clout, they just kind of don't really give a fuck. Like Kanye doesn't care. He's a billionaire. He makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
Do you think he cares? Do you think it's the same phenomenon?
Just cares in general.
In general, like once they reach a certain level of wealth and fame, like
he cares.
He doesn't.
Because otherwise, you go silent, right?
Yeah, you go silent. You get your money. Like I saw a statistic somewhere that Adidas, Yeezys, anything Yeezy related is like 68% of their sales. They're not cutting off a deal with Kanye. They're not fucking over Kanye. They'll do little things here and there. They try to protect their name and image, but it's about the money at the end of the day. If you think Adidas is going for both parties, you think Adidas is going anywhere with Kanye, you're out of your mind.
That's an interesting take because I think the opposite. I think that Adidas can't wait to get out. I mean, I know that like what you say is actually like the crux of the issue, right? Is like Adidas is probably just sitting there because we already know that he terminated the deal with Gap. Gap couldn't wait to get out that shit. But with Adidas, you saying that 70% of their online retail sales come from his product is an astounding number. That's something that you're not going to get rid of. Like imagine if you got 70% of your oxygen from a certain, or 70% of your water from a certain fountain and then a leaf fell in it. Like just because you have one little issue doesn't mean you're going to give up 70%.
They're not doing that.
Of the crop that you get just because, Kanye West is acting crazy now. Like, no, you know what you signed up for. They've been in partnership deal with Kanye for how many years now? Like going on like 10 years now, right?
Like 10 years now, something like that, yeah.
It's a relationship that has sprouted a lot of fruit for both of them. But he's just on a tirade right now and insulting them. That's the difference.
As he does, though. I mean, like,
not
it's
to
no
this degree.
Coincidence that Kanye gets into a ridiculous beef, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey guys, check out my documentary. Hey guys, check out my album. Those new Yeezys are dropping, and he just went around embarrassing his family, acting crazy, going on TV, talking crazy, getting in fights or people fucking with him, and then all of a sudden he drops something. It's a little too much of a coincidence. I feel like Kanye, that's his marketing. He's a marketing wizard, like you said. Mm-hmm. His marketing is keep me in a news cycle and then I drop it. Keep me in a news cycle and I drop something. He does it every single time. Every time.
Goes overboard.
But he goes overboard with it. Like, I don't think he needs to do all that to get the attention, but I think he maybe, I don't know when it happened, but something happened years ago where he acted a fool, then decided to drop something. The sales went through so much through the roof. He decided, you know what? This works. Let me keep doing it. I mean, it's the money. He's getting money. He's getting paid.
For sure.
He doesn't care who, throwing black people under the bus, throwing other groups of people under the bus, throwing Adidas under the bus. It doesn't matter to him. He's getting money. He's getting attention. That's free marketing.
I think the thing that was really interesting, and I mentioned it just now, a few minutes ago, but I thought it was super interesting that he released this at a time that just literally, I don't know about everybody else, but it feels like this entire time since the divorce has just been ramping us up to this moment where he's on Fox News and then all this anti-Semitic stuff that he starts saying, right? They said that Fox News in that interview, they have additional footage where he was going like pretty anti-Semitic that they just didn't release.
I'm surprised they released the Claude Anderson stuff, but I guess they feel like black folks are not taking it seriously anyway, so they can do the
maybe
Claude Anderson stuff. But
for him to release this right now, I don't know. I kind of had it in the back of my mind because we already, like we just talked about, we already know most of the shit that he does when he comes out and starts acting quote unquote crazy means that he's about to release some shit. But it was at this very moment that I was like, oh, but I think he has something bigger than just like a Donda 2 album. I think he's going to give you that. Like, but I think that it's more than that. It's more than just music. It's more than just clothes. I think he has something that he's ready to reveal that's pretty game changing, at least in terms of, you know, how we view him. I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's working on a lot of projects. Like he's doing the school. Like, would you pay $15,000 to go to a Kanye school?
Yeah, they said that the number was 15,000. I mean, our school was fucking 30,000.
It's like 30-something thousand. Yeah.
So shit. I mean, it depends. Like the school looks stupid.
It looks like a warehouse. It looks like Gap, the whole Gap fiasco, a Gap warehouse turned into a Kanye school.
He's going to get a different building. He actually, in the documentary, showed a building. They were like touring a building or something. He was like, yeah, we should make this the Yeezy campus. So he's going to make moves. I just wonder if he's doing it with, and this is not even my business. So I don't even think I need to say that. But I do wonder, like, what the fuck is he doing this for? Is this for you? Or is this really to help the world? He seems driven.
He seems driven, but I think ultimately this is about enriching Kanye. He definitely is a narcissist. You can't argue that he's... well, yes, you can, but he's definitely a narcissist.
No, you can't argue that there's not any narcissism in it. You can't... yeah.
It's narcissism. I mean...
all of it.
All of it. It's attention. It's... look at me. It's... when I get on my phone, I want to say, Kanye did this, Kanye did that, Kanye did this, and he probably gets something out of it.
Yeah. Probably just monetary. But I don't know. It just seems... I think that I just wanted to bring up this topic just to say, like, hey, guys, expect in the next 2 months, 3 months, by the end of the year, I'll say it that way, expect something to come from Kanye West